We all have habits of how we interact with money, how we show up with our money and our finances that's producing a result in your life. And chances are you've had the same experience with money over the last number of years, if not your entire life. And even if you look back at your experience that your parents had with money, it's probably a very similar story. So how do we break those habits to create and generate more wealth, more abundance in our life? So today I'm going to be offering you 3 simple tools that you can apply immediately to start seeing new patterns of greater abundance in your life. The first tool is to use the word I'm choosing to or I'm choosing not to. Oftentimes when we look at our money and buying new things or participating in a new activity, we have habits about I can't afford that or that's expensive. And it's not necessarily even true, but it's a habitual response. And so you go into a store, you're looking at clothes, and the first thing you do is look at the price tag. You have habits of how you're showing up when you're making those decisions. And oftentimes we go to, I can't afford it, or that's expensive, or that's cheap. That's our first response. And we choose to do something or not to based on the price tag. Would I love this? Do I love the material of that outfit? Do I like the color, the style? Would I love to have this? Would I love to eat at that restaurant? Would I love to travel first class? And give yourself permission to even be in the wanting of or the desiring of things. Instead of saying, I can't because I can't afford it or it's too expensive, instead honoring, hey, I would love that. And I'm choosing to invest my money in other places right now. So what we're saying to our minds is, if I really wanted this, I could do it. I could find a way to make it happen. But right now in this moment, I'm choosing to invest or I'm choosing to spend my money in other places. I'm choosing to put my money towards my mortgage right now. I'm choosing to buy this outfit rather than this outfit. And what it does is it puts that power back into your hands rather than the money may I. So tool number 1 is I'm choosing to invest my money in other places, or I'm choosing not to do this right now, but I would love it. Tool number 2, when it comes to training your brain for greater abundance, is start to pay attention what's going on in your mind as you're buying things, as you're paying your bills. So when you're putting gas in your car, you're going, oh, this is so expensive. Or you go to your mailbox or your inbox and the bills start to show up. And just notice right away, is there a contraction? Is there a fear energy? You have an emotional response when you're doing your online banking, when you're buying things. And that creates or sends out an energetic wave or pattern into the universe, and we get that back. If it's done out of a lack or scarcity energy, it produces more lack and scarcity. So really start to pay attention to how you're feeling when you're paying your bills, and notice any contraction within you. And the mental move that we're going to make here is one of gratitude. So if you're paying your power bill, instead of, my power bill is so much money and I don't like paying this and it's tough, and you've got an inner dialogue about paying that power bill or your phone bill or your mortgage or whatever it is, instead go to gratitude. I'm so grateful for the power company that's providing this service that allows me to have lights on in my home, that allows me to have hot water. When we start to have gratitude for a service, when you're buying your groceries and the person that's working there is earning a paycheck so they can then feed their families, and there's this law of circulation that as you're spending money, as you're out in the world spending money, it's circulating in other people's lives. And just notice as you start to shift your energy when you're putting gas in your car, when you're buying groceries, when you're out shopping with the kids, and you start to see this as circulation rather than, I'm spending so much money, I wish it weren't so expensive, it'll start to make you feel more abundant. you'll start to feel better, and it'll shift your relationship with money. So every time you hit that credit card or that debit card or you're handing over the cash, just have a silent thank you. Thank you for the money. Thank you for the abundance that's allowing me to use this service, that's allowing me to buy this product. And see that in circulation, that not only are you giving, but it's also coming back to you in so many ways. So tool number 1, I'm choosing to or I'm choosing not to versus I can't because. Tool number 2 is to be in a state of gratitude as you're paying your bills. See that law of circulation. And tool number 3, to train your brain for greater abundance, is start noticing all of the abundance in your life right now. It is so easy to get fixated on what we don't have, on what we want that's not in our lives yet. And it's so easy to train ourselves to notice all of the places we're lacking or we're not having. And the truth is, you have so much abundance in your life. Everything from the dishes in your kitchen to the books on your bookshelf, the technology that's allowing us to have this conversation right now. Maybe a vehicle sitting in your garage. The people in your life, the cash that's in your wallet right now. It's so easy to think about what we don't have, which sets us into this motion of lack energy, scarcity energy, and we attract back to us what we're thinking about. So instead, look around you today and start noticing what you do have. Start blessing the good in your life today. And as you start noticing the abundance, you're shifting your brain, you're training your brain to look for abundance. And when we're looking for abundance, we're noticing abundance, more abundance comes to us. These 3 tools are so powerful and so impactful, but they take time to implement. You have probably multi-generational patterns when it comes to money. And so this isn't something we do once and we're now set up for abundance. It's really noticing what you're noticing every day and what is my relationship with money? And is it serving me? Is it one of abundance or is it one of scarcity? And every time you flip that inner dialogue and you start telling new stories, you're choosing different words, you'll begin to feel differently about money. New opportunities will present themselves and you will change that narrative and change your results. If you would like more support on really developing that abundant mindset, I highly encourage you to schedule an appointment with one of my incredible team members to help really discover what's your money story, what's holding you back from having that abundance in your life, and let us help you really shift that narrative so you can produce more abundant results. Here is to you living a life you love.